Building habits is not something that's hard. You already have habits, good ones and bad ones. What people don't realize is that they try to change their habits based on goals when they need to change habits based on their identity. And I say this because I've been reading the book for the fourth time, Atomic Habits. Yes, I've read it 3 times. I'm reading it my fourth time, and I'm annotating it this time because I want to make sure I am not reading it for entertainment. I'm reading it for its purpose and pulling everything and extracting from it. It's not easy. I hate writing in books. They're new here and wondering like who the heck is this guy talking about habits, this and that. My name is Justin. I am recording my self-improvement journey and me achieving my goals so that you guys have something to go off of to hopefully achieve yours faster, but also know that you have someone in the trenches for you as well. And if you guys are interested in following along on the journey and seeing all the progress that we make, because we are making progress, make sure you go down below and drop a comment and subscribe and say that you're here to hang out. But without further ado, let's get into this video. So diving into the main concept of this video, it's about habits. And what we're really talking about here is how do you actually set habits? Well, here's the thing. You guys already have habits. Absolutely. You guys have habits of everything that you do daily. The way you brush your teeth, the way you wake up in the morning, the way you go to work, the things that you do. You already have these habits, and some are good, some are bad. And it's like, okay, I want to change the bad ones, and I want to make the good ones even better. That's an absolutely great thing. And if you're watching this video, I'm assuming that's why you're here, because you're also on your own self-improvement journey. And I do recommend reading the book Atomic Habits. No, it's not a sponsor or anything like that. I just love this book. Like I said, I'm reading it for the fourth time. I'm just trying not to read it for entertainment. I'm trying to read it for its purpose. So what I want to explain to you guys, like what they explain in the first couple chapters in this book, is that you are your habits and your habits make up who you are. When it comes to setting habits, it is about your identity, changing it at its root. When you have a goal set and you want to change your habits so that you can reach that goal, 9 times out of 10, you're going to end up quitting because you are just trying to brute force your way there. And having brute force is definitely needed on the days that you need to start. Like, oh, I don't want to do this, but you get up and you do it. And it's also on those days where, like, I really don't want to do this, and you get up and still do it. That's where the brute force comes in. It's not brute forcing the entire time. If you are not changing who you are, but you're trying to achieve goals, you're not going to actually achieve those goals. And it's not something that's going to stick with you forever. And so this is the way that you really need to do it. Instead of setting goals and trying to just change your habits based on those goals, try to change who you are as a person. If you want to become a millionaire, don't just say, okay, I'm going to save money. I'm going to do this. No, become the person that is a millionaire. Learn the financial habits, learn the daily routines, study other people who are millionaires and what they do and take on their habits. And then that's going to be the way that you actually achieve that. It's going to be slow and steady, but slow and steady wins the race. When you are trying to change who you are, it becomes the way that you speak, the way that you act, the votes that you cast for yourself. And that's what I'm trying to explain to you. So this is a great example that James Clear has in this book, and it is about the conversation of a cigarette. I do not promote cigarettes at all. It's a bad habit. So there's 2 people, and they're both offered a cigarette. The first person says, no, thank you, I'm trying to quit. The second person says, no, I do not smoke. This is not a mental mind game. This is not you playing a trick on your brain. This is not doing, a hack or anything along those lines. It is the simple vote for yourself saying, no, I am not a smoker, so why would I ever want a cigarette, versus, no, I smoke right now, but I'm just trying to quit. Like, I am a smoker, I'm just trying to quit. And the thing about that it doesn't make clear in this book, which I felt like I caught on to, was that habit, or that I'm trying to do something, I'm trying to quit, becomes a habit all in itself, because you are the person that, oh, I'm trying to quit, and you do it for 2 days and then you relapse. I'm trying to quit, do it for 2 days, then you relapse. And like you go back and forth, because I know we all know someone who says, oh yeah, I'm going to start going to the gym. They go for a day, then stop. No, I'm really doing it this time. Boom. It's because they built up the habit. They casted the votes of like, I'm just trying to quit. I'm not actually quitting. I'm just trying it. And so that's a habit all in itself. So if you switch that identity of like, no, I don't do this, or yes, I do this, then you are more likely to actually stick with it and build that habit up. And that kind of leads us into like the next conversation. When I was saying the next conversation, I mentioned it a little bit before when we were talking about the story, and it has to do with votes. So every single day when you do something, anything that you do is a casting a vote for who you are as a person. And I know that could be really heavy if you really think about it, but it's the truth. If you are someone who brushes their teeth with their right hand versus their left hand, you might be right-handed, and that's a vote. But if you try to brush your teeth with your left hand instead, when you're right hand dominant, maybe you are casting a vote and being ambidextrous. Like there's all these different things, and the best way to express it is that if you wake up and make your bed every single day, if you wake up, you make your bed, boom, you are someone who that's a vote for being tidy, taking action, caring about your space, and being disciplined. Like those are all votes that you cast by that one action into yourself and your identity. And that's why everyone says like, oh, make your bed in the morning, make your bed in the morning. It's not necessarily about making your bed. It is nice to come home to a made bed, but like you make your bed so you cast these votes in the type of person you are. And the same thing goes for the gym. If you just go to the gym, that's a casting a vote for someone who goes to the gym, someone who's healthy, someone who cares about their health. And if you read a book, you're casting a vote for someone who reads, someone who learns, someone who keeps that elasticity of their brain going. Like always pay attention to what you're doing, and that's one thing that I do on a daily basis is every time I'm questioning what I'm doing at that current moment, if it's not necessarily in my plan, which almost everything is, but if it's not, I ask myself, is this bringing me closer to my goal? Yes or no? And if it's a no, I don't do it. Because the thing is like if I do it, then it literally casts a vote against me and everything that I'm doing and chasing my dreams. So you should make sure that you pay attention to that and find something that you're wanting to change and pay attention to the votes that you cast. Because if it's a small change, atomic habits, atomic is the atomic level, which is the smallest thing possible. It's an atom. It's not about big changes, it's about small changes, tiny changes. So if there's a habit that you want to start, think of one thing that you can do each day to cast a vote in that habit. And I guarantee over the course of the month, you're going to be like, wow, I just do this. This is not who I want to be anymore. This is who I am. And that's what you should really do. So actually, I'm going to leave you guys with a challenge at the end of this video. But first off, let's recap. So this video is about creating habits and changing habits, but not changing them based on your goals, changing them based on your identity. Become the person who you want to be that can achieve your goals. Like, don't just go to achieve your goals, become the person that achieves those goals. That's like the big thing. And realistically, the more you believe it and the more you're proud of the person you're becoming, the more likely it's going to happen. So have pride in yourself in accomplishing your tasks and doing your things. And the second part is just casting votes. Make sure you're casting votes within yourself that actually promote the person you're trying to be. If you are trying to be someone who is locked in and focused, do not go out drinking and doing things like that. Stay focused. Say no to going to parties. Say no to drinking. You know, if you want to be someone who's healthy and eats healthy, say no to the cheeseburger. It's very, very simple. Just cast those votes for yourself. That's basically everything we have for this video when it comes to this. I'm not done reading the book. That's just the first couple of chapters and the things that I thought about and the things that I'm thinking about going throughout my day. So I want you guys to do this for me. If you guys are this far in this video and you really want to make a change in your life, choose one habit. Say it's I am disciplined. I am going to make my bed. I'm going to stop doing this. I'm going to stop doing that, and do it for 7 days and pick one thing that you can do each day to cast a vote towards that personality. And let me know down in the comment what that's going to be for you. And I hope you guys do enjoy this video. Make sure you subscribe for future videos, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya.